One of the first noble Pokemon you fight in Pokemon Legends Arceus is Kleavor, but after the little boss battle, you don't actually get Kleavor, so the only way to get him is by evolving Scyther into Kleavor. But it's not as simple as just using Scyther until he can evolve. So real quick, I'm going to show you how to evolve Scyther and how to get Kleavor. First off, we need Scyther. How do you get Scyther? Well, one Scyther location is right in Obsidian Fieldlands, way down in the far southeast portion of the map, just east of the Heartwood and Grand Trees Arena. If you just travel over to the Heartwood and look around, you should eventually come to an open area with trees where Scyther will spawn in small groups. Make sure you do this during the day, but if they're not here, all you've got to do is travel back to your camp and rest for a day, which I just rest until morning, and then sometimes I do it twice just to make sure. But all you should have to do is rest until morning. I've never seen them not here though. And then just barely southeast of Grand Tree is an Alpha Scyther spawn. It's just south of the location we just found those 3 Scyther at. Which, by the way, if you don't know how to easily catch Alpha Pokemon, I have a video on that. To evolve Scyther into Kleavor, you'll need Black Augurite. I've heard that Black Augurite drops from Scyther, but I've never been able to get them to drop it even though I sat there farming them forever. Besides that rumor, there's a couple different ways to get Black Augurite though. One way is to go to Crimson Mirelands, which isn't far after fighting Kleavor in the story, and once you're in Crimson Mirelands, you'll get a new mount called Ursaluna, who can find resources such as Black Augurite. If you just ride him around and wait until his little meter turns orange, and your controller should vibrate, and that means he's on the trail of some type of resource, you can eventually find some that way, but it is very rare. However, a better way is to farm Graveler, since they can drop from the Graveler Pokemon, which there are a bunch of hanging around Crimson Mirelands. Some are down near Ursa's Ring down south, and I've seen some near Boulder Slope in the middle of the map, kind of towards the east, and some winding roads rolling around. The best way to get a Black Augurite though is to complete the A Nosepass to Guide the Way request, where you have to give Gully a Nosepass. I found a Nosepass here in Coronet Highlands, north of the Primeval Grotto and west of Sacred Plaza in some ruins. You get that quest from the Professor's Bulletin Board back at headquarters in Jubilife Village, but before you unlock the Nosepass to Guide the Way, you'll have to complete request number 46, called Setting Up the Coastlands Camp, and Gully the requester will be over here on the little peninsula that looks like a hand in Cobalt Coastlands. You should get this request shortly after arriving at the coastlands. She'll send you to find Yorick, who's located over on the last little finger of the beach to the east. He'll be hanging out with a bird. After completing that request, you can go get the Nosepass I showed over in Coronet Highlands. And then when you have the Nosepass, you can head over to the Bulletin Board in Jubilife Village to obtain the Nosepass to Guide the Way request. I'm not sure if you 100% need the Nosepass before obtaining the request, probably not, but you will eventually need to have one, and you definitely need to have the Setting Up the Coastlands Camp done, which was request number 46. Now that you have that request, head over to the Coronet Highlands where you obtained your Nosepass, and at the bottom southeast corner of the map at the Highlands camp will be Gully ready to talk to you about the Nosepass. Then she'll send you over to the cave entrance just barely northwest, where you can give her the Nosepass so she can find her way through the cave, and as a reward, Gully will give you the Black Augurite. Once you have a Scyther and some Black Augurite, you're ready to evolve into Kleavor by using the Black Augurite. Just go to your inventory and click the Black Augurite and use it on Scyther. But that's it, leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon Legends Arceus guides. If you have any additional tips or locations for any of these spawns, just leave them down in the comments. See ya.